What's up, folks? Let me get my chat in here. Can everybody see me and hear me? I'll let it catch up real quick, make sure everybody can hear me on this feed. All I need to hear is somebody say, yes, I can hear you. All right, we're good. All right, today we're going to be looking at the new Crown II from Uwell. So far, it's been awesome. Had it since Friday. I've been vaping on it ever since Friday evening up to this point now, vaping nothing else. Been vaping on the 0.25 coil that came with it. I'm going to go ahead and just read off a few of the things, get that out the way. It is a 24 millimeter tank. It's a 4 mil capacity. Comes with 3 different coils. Of course, the ones that you'll actually get in this canister right here, you're only going to get 2. To my knowledge, you're only going to get the 0.25 and the 0.5 with it. But they do have a 0.8 coil out there. Just real quick, so y'all know it, the 0.25 are for 60 to 100 watts. The 0.5 is from 50 to 80 watts. And the 0.8 is a Canthal parallel coil, and it will do from 35 to 55 watts. Like I said, I haven't done the 0.5 or the 0.8 yet. Strictly been messing with the 0.25. One thing I have noticed right off the bat with this device, and I'll just get this out the way, the 0.25 keeps reading a 0.3 for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's this particular coil. I have not broken out any of the other coils yet to try them, but it does keep reading a 0.3. I've tried it on a few different devices. They're all coming in at that. So it's not really changing anything for me the way it vapes, but it is a little shaky on how it's reading there. So, hello to everybody out there so far. So we go ahead and get a quick vape off of it. So right off the bat, I have to say this compared to the version 1 and just the few days I've used it has the version 1 beat, in my opinion. I've already talked with a few people that's had them. Little difference in opinions on stuff, but y'all know as long as I've been messing with Uwell products, I'm hardcore with them. And I think if anybody can give a good opinion on this, it would come from me on the difference between the version 1 and the 2. To me right now, hands down, version 2's got it. It is awesome. I can just keep going and going and going with this tank. You can just keep constantly hitting it. For me, no dry hits yet, no nothing. The tank keeps up. It's something else. Yes, the airflow to it is smooth. I'll go ahead. It's quieter to me than what the version 1. So good vapor production on it. Flavor is awesome. Of course, if you've caught a few of the other videos out there, the spit back protection that they put in the Rafael tank, which we all know was a complete failure. They did not put this in this device, which is awesome. Keeps the airflow nice, and it hits perfect. So quick stacking amongst one another. This right here is the Rafael, of course, Crown II. You see they almost look identical, close to, but there are a lot of differences there. Right off the bat, if you can see the airflow at the bottom, completely different. The one on the Rafael was much more, let me open it up, which people can see. That right there that was a lot of airflow going through that right there. It has been restricted somewhat, but I've already seen people say from the pics from it that they don't like the restriction that they're seeing. They did it right with this one. You would think, man, airflow is going to suck on it, but it's perfect. So another change that they've done with the coil to it and the way everything is set up, that's why the restriction was done with it. I'm going to go ahead and break open a brand new one so you can see it completely coming out of the package and what you're going to get. So once again, there is the canister it comes in. Every one of these I received came in stainless. They do offer two other colors right now. There's a black one and there's a coffee colored one, which is kind of new out there for looking for different colors. I don't know how hard it's going to be to track down one of the coffee colored ones. And as of right now, you can't get these at all. They are pre-order, so you'll definitely have to wait just a little bit. I don't think you'll have to wait long. Probably within, I'm saying, the next 2 weeks, you ought to be able to get your hands on one. One place online that I've seen that has it is e-cig. They are doing pre-orders. It's $32.99 is the price. And all they're offering right now is in the stainless and the black. So, of course, packed just like the Rafael was. Comes in this canister. You get your little stuff. I know I'm not keeping up with chat right now, but I will here in just a second. Yes, that is a Spyderco. So, like I said, same packing as the Rafael, which I thought was always pretty neat how they did these. Of course, all your extra O-rings that come with it and that top gasket, and I'll show you what that big gasket right there is for here just shortly. Of course, all your literature, same as it was in the Rafael. And let me go ahead and pop this out. So once again, it does come with your spare coil, and right off the bat, folks, if you can see that, you'll see where the changes have come in. Matter of fact, I've got a few versions of the coils over the past. This was supposed to be the latest and greatest, but unfortunately, I've had two of these. Both of these have failed pretty quick. So even this design right here, at least the ones I've got my hands on, were no good. So this design by far, so far, is great. Another thing about this, let me get this boot off. And you will see when you get these, the housing on these almost looks like they're made of aluminum. It's pretty wild. You'd almost have to see it. I don't know if I'm doing justice by showing that on the camera, but it has almost an aluminum housing to it, which is, you know, it is what it is. Pretty much same design up top. You have it covered there. You've got your juice inlets around, still the same. There's 4 of them. They appear to me to be a little bit, well, no, these are, well, no, they look a little larger than on this version. Or maybe they're around the same, but still nice. They keep up so far from what I've used. It keeps up very well. All right, and the tank itself. Of course, you get an extra quartz glass for the tank. And I want this one to be a little bit of a booger to get out. So, bear with me a second. There we go. So, straight out the package, there you go. Like I said, resembles a lot of the Rafael, but by far is not the Rafael. So I'm going to go ahead and break this one down. So first off the bat, you'll notice on top flow, excuse me, top fill. Old style, had the holes up there. And as we all know, everybody that's had one, that had to be a very bad design right there. Most of the time when you fill these up top, they come straight out the other hole. If you have a juice that's high VG, man, it takes a lot to get it in there. This one right here, they went back old school on. Two things I'm going to point out about this right here. There's that gasket up top that's replaceable right there. That real huge one on the inside. But for your top fill, very nice design. And if you can see right there in the middle, there is a locking mechanism that's built into the top of this now. And what that is, for everybody that knows that use sub-ohm tanks, when you're twisting off the top, a lot of times the whole thing wants to disassemble. This right here locks everything in place and keeps it strictly just your top cap coming off there. Real neat design. I know as much as I use sub-ohm tanks, a lot of times when I'm taking off for top fill, I'll start taking off, and if something's got a little lodged or something's just not screwed correctly, it seems like everything wants to come apart. The only thing that's coming off on this is just your top cap, which is awesome. Another design that we all wanted, and now you have it. Ooh, my hands are a little slick. Give me a sec. Drip tip comes right off, and I know we all wanted that right there. It has Delron on the inside, so heat stays down on it. Of course, you can customize, put your own drip tip on there, which is also real nice. It locks on, stays on, doesn't come off. So when you're even taking the top off or anything like that, it doesn't tend to want to come off and on. I don't know over time if it's going to loosen up some more, but it's on there pretty sturdy right now. Once again, I'll see if you can, well, so very clicky on the AFC control right there, and it locks. So once you open it, it doesn't move anymore. It's not something that just constantly keeps spinning around there, which I think is a good thing. Take the bottom off. Once again, my hand's a little slick, so bear with me. So here we go. So once again, the inside resembles the Rafael, but as you can see, no rifling put in there for that spit guard protection, completely gone. So you got direct flow, which is nice. There's your base. Pretty much looks just like the other. Let me take this off, break it down a little bit. So there you go. There's the inside. So some things are the same, some are different. Some have a little resemblance to the other. I mean, like I said, this thing does resemble the Rafael quite a bit, but it's not supposed to be that. And like I can tell you, from a few days of vaping off of it, this thing runs like a champ right now. With what I've got and what I've used, I have had zero issues yet, other than the coil that I've been using has been reading just a hair bit off. It really doesn't make a difference so far in what I am vaping. I did try temp control with stainless. It works perfect there too on the 0.25. I'm kind of hung up on anything in a 0.2, 0.25. I like it in that area. So it'll be a little bit before I start venturing around with the 0.5s. I'm also a person that likes higher wattage, so that's another reason why I like the 0.25s. I will at some point get around to, doing the 0.5s. And of course, if you keep up with us on the shows and all that, I'll always try to throw out what I can, new information that I've found out on these. Let's see. So will these new crown coils fit in the, all right. So that has been a question out there so far. Even though I've got it all sitting here in front of me, I'm not going to mess with that yet or try it. We did talk a little bit last night that some of these coils might fit others. I was told that they were not supposed to by Uwell themselves, but I'm hearing different now. So I guess it'll be up to me to kind of, check it out myself. If it does, it does. I don't care. It's no big deal to me. It is what it is. These new coils, though, I'm enjoying, and I will keep running in this particular tank. Probably going to have to set the refill down a little bit, even though I do enjoy it. But this one right here, just everything about it I'm enjoying. So everything breaks down just like your normal tank. Your glass comes out there. Your pieces are going to come out here. So unless y'all just want me to break that down, I'm not going to. Pretty standard stuff. Nothing new and innovative there and taking that apart, but it is what it is with that. But the vape off of it so far has been spectacular for me. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's something I'm going to enjoy. Also, right now, let me I actually bumped that. I've been running mine at around, you can see 64 watts. And let me see if that will come in a little bit. Oh, now it's going to read something different for me. Look at that. Now it's coming in at a 0.27. It has been reading at a 0.3 the whole time. So now it's jumping a little bit. Like I said, no big deal. It is what it is. It's all good. But so far, the things I'm liking about it, it's quieter than the Crown version 1 to me. Better airflow. You get a much better vapor production off of it. So far, I've been running a donut custard through this, so it's been keeping up. I've looked at the coil a few times. It's not gumming the coil up yet, so not to say that these are some special coils and they're not going to do something, drastically different than another. They're when it comes down to the end of it, you're still running stainless steel in those coils, so they're gonna do their thing with certain juices. But as of right now, this thing is really kept up. Like I said, no dry hits. So I mean, I'll do this quick for you, but. So you can chain vape the hell out of it, no dry hits, keeps up constantly, nothing different going on. I even messed with it outside earlier and just really ran the hell out of it, and it just keeps going and going. My Crown version 1, you could do that a couple of times, and you're gonna wind up with a dry hit there somewhere along the lines, or a partial one. It's not gonna do that. Did I sit there to see how long I could do it? No. But I did it quite a few times. I don't vape like that anyway, so I know that the way I do, this is a very enjoyable vape off of this. Like I said, you can crank this one out to 100 watts. Most of the time, I'm not really running stuff that high on the tank, but so there's my spell on this. Let's see if anybody's got questions out there I can answer. Now, once again, I've only had this since Friday, so what information I've just given you is about what I know at this point in time with it. We could get a few days down the road and something crazy go on. I don't know, but like I said, it's kind of a first impression look at it, but it gives y'all a chance to see it live and maybe ask some questions about it. I see what you're saying there, Mr. Mott. Mine normally would not, but it's almost at a point where I'm saying that the Crown 1 just can't keep up like the Crown 2 can. it's one of those things that you're going to have to, I guess, experience for yourself. And I'm going to give you all that chance here in just a minute also. Are they coming out with a mini? That I do not know yet. I have not heard any talks about a mini. So far, this is it. Come on, y'all, throw some good ones. Andy, that there is, I don't know that. That's the reason why I'm not going to go into the interchangeable coil situation right now. It could, it might, I don't know yet. I have not sit here and played around with it. I'm not going to do it on this video though. It's something that I'll probably check into. I've talked with Uwell though, face to face. What we were told is that these coils would not work with anything else. The coils that were made for this is what they work for, but I'm hearing other people say that you can interchange some of these coils out. I don't know, so no, I'm not going to do that, Matt. Sorry, not messing with that one today. But I will experiment around with it a little bit. I'm certain over time, but as of right now, I'm just not messing with it. It's no big deal though. So any other questions out there, because we're going to be shutting this down here. Just RBA, I have not heard, but true to form, I'm certain that they'll probably put one out. Don't hold me to it, but I'm just going by what they've done in the past. They've done an RBA for both of the previous two tanks, so I'm certain that at some point they will have it. It seems as though they always want to at least just release the tank itself before they do the RBA. So all right. Well, I'm not really seeing much in the question form, but all right. Well, I'm going to be giving one of these away. And I'm going to do it on the show Thursday morning. So you're going to have to catch the show on Thursday. And if you want to win one of these, the only thing you're going to need to do is leave a comment in chat after replay is up. You'll have to go back. And what will we do today? How about we put hashtag ST wins the Crown II? Something real long you got to type. You got to put in hashtag ST wins the Crown II in comment with, you know, if you want to say something else, go ahead too. And you got to like the video, and we will do a randomizer Thursday morning on the True Vapor Show. And one of you lucky fools will win this thing. So, and like I said, it's going to be, I think, within the next 2 weeks before they're released. So you'll possibly have your hands on one before anybody else will too. So definitely go back, leave your comment in there, like the video, and of course hit the subscribe button here. So I'm going to be getting out of here. Thanks for y'all for joining and watching, and hell, catch us here in another hour on Not Another Vape Show. So y'all have a good day. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you.